Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, usually I make videos on investments, real estate, finance, economics, and other things, right? A lot of video games. But one of the things I want to talk about is Moissanite. And the reason why I'm making this video or looking at Moissanite is because I was looking at diamonds. And diamonds were way too expensive. I was like, forget it. So this is what I call the happy investments. And happy investments, in my opinion, is investments that you need, right, sooner or later in your life. It is something that you pretty much want to buy early. You don't want to buy late because one thing that changes is the price of things. And the price of these things, I don't know, it probably will go up. I mean, in diamonds, it has gone up. I mean, inflation, the money is always being devalued. As you can see, I make videos on inflation, understanding what inflation means. So, anyways, I got into this moissanite thing after looking at diamonds. I was like, forget diamonds. I mean, diamonds are like what? $20,000 for a carat, and it's like this little tiny stone, and the kind of thing that's like $20,000. And then I'm trying to go down. I'm looking at like the fake diamonds, not fake diamonds, but the lab created diamonds rather. Even though lab created diamonds are considered sort of not natural to sort of speak, right? But you know, I'm looking at these lab diamonds, and the lab diamonds are like $5,000 to $10,000 in Canadian dollars, depending on your currency. That is, if you don't understand currency, then you should check out one of my other videos. But anyway, so the price of diamonds, even though like people say that it is a bad investment, and it is a bad investment, right? And why I call it a happy investment is because it is an investment you will need sooner or later. You see, if you bought the diamond 20 years ago, right? And let's say your parents bought the diamond 20 years ago, and it's like, hey son, I know you're gonna need one when you want to propose. Well, that diamond was a lot cheaper than the diamond it is today. I mean, I don't even think it was $20,000, right? So, anyways, these things will go up sooner or later, and you will need it sooner or later. That's the thing. It's almost like a house. That's what I call a house, a happy investment, too. I mean, a lot of people are getting into arguments, especially if you're married and you have a spouse, and it's like, how are you ever going to get a house? How are we ever going to live? You see, it is one of those things you need sooner or later to make yourself, your family, and everybody else happy, right? I mean, even if you don't have a spouse or anything, you don't want to be living on the street because you prefer to be living somewhere than living on the street. So these are all happy investments, in my opinion, because you will need it, like to make yourself happy, if not to make somebody else happy, right? So, anyways, I was looking at diamonds, and the happy investment for diamonds was way too expensive. I don't think it'll ever make me happy because it starts off at $20,000 for a natural diamond, and you got it going for about $10,000 for what? A lab created one, depending on the clarity, depending on the color, depending on the. I just want a perfect one, right? So I came across these moissanites, and they're super cheap right now. I mean, it is one of those things you're sitting there like, wow, this thing is like has a hardness close to a diamond, has better fire, like sparkles and stuff, than a diamond, and pretty much lasts forever, right? And it is rare. It is not found on Earth. The only way it was found, or I mean, the only thing that was found was like this silicon carbide, which is from a meteor, which means it's super rare. It's even rarer than a diamond because you don't even find it on Earth. So, anyways, you have this rare thing that was found in 1893, and then I guess a company patented it until like when 2016. So that was like what, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20. So that was like 8 years ago, which is not a long time, right? So the market is very saturated and confused and everything, right? So I was looking at these moissanite, and I was figuring out, well, how do you tell it's a real one or it's a fake one since it looks exactly like a diamond? And then you come across this diamond tester. It passes the diamond tester and everything, and there's this GRA code, GRA report, the certification, and this is what I really want to talk about in this video. So, if you go into some videos and you see people telling you, oh, these moissanite reports, GRA reports from China are all fake and other stuff. Here's the truth about this thing. GRA is not a real association. That is the truth. And the association, the so-called association, quote unquote, was created in China. Now, who created? I don't know. Who's in the association? I don't know either. I mean, who runs the damn thing? Who knows, right? So, anyway, so if you go to GRA reports, right, you find this global gemological, what is this? Research Association Institute, and then you go down here, right? This is the thing that's highlighted by Google, and here's the funny thing, because I went like this, and I went like this, right? And I went search, and it was like showing results, and they corrected the word research, which means that going back here, it says research, right? I mean, it is completely spelled wrong, which means that, hey, it's not real. So this association is not exactly real or recognized or official in the English-speaking world, right? Around the world. So, anyways, this thing isn't exactly real, and when I corrected everything, yada yada, went to this global blah 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 blah, and then went to this GRAassociation.com. That's the top search, and then you have this GRA Moissanites with an S, double S, which is kind of weird because normal associations don't do that. And then you have the GRA Moissanite, whatever, blah 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 blah. All of these websites, I'm not gonna put them in, but all of these websites, right? This one, watch. When I click on it, this says not secure. I mean, I think their SSL is expired or they don't have it or something. I don't know. But usually, generally speaking, if you're a real association, you won't do that, right? That won't happen. Now, going back here, I went here. I went to look up the DNS, right? So I put this thing in here, .com, blah, 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 searched it, and it went to this. I don't even know what the A type is, but basically the A type goes to Alibaba LLC, which is the owner or whatever it's pointing to. But this is the important thing. The name server, I believe that's what it's called. Because I used to run websites, right? Maybe 10 years ago. And usually there's a difference. You have the domain, right? Which is the name of the website. And then you have to have the server that is hosting the website, which is the files, right? The whatever files that is in there, right? It used to be HTML, XML, whatever. And it points to this company in China, right? So there you go. The association, this GRA report, and all that other stuff, none of them are recognized. They're created by somebody in China. And who knows who, and who knows how many association, and who knows who is in the association. As you can see, this GRA Moissanite, again, not secured, right? I'm not even like, whatever, it's not secured. And usually, real associations are secured, right? Because they have people running the website. So let's look up this one. But basically, anybody telling you, what is this? This looks like, all right, so these guys are in Hong Kong, right? And anyways, so these association is not real. Or is not officially recognized. They might be real, right? I mean, there might be somebody that is actually grading them. Maybe. I don't know. But essentially, from what I see, as you can see here, these reports, right, they're there. But it doesn't mean, here's the thing, here's the big thing. It doesn't mean that the Moissanite is not real. It just means that there is no recognized association that is grading these things. And this GRA report, like, it's there. I mean, you could check it out if it makes you feel better, but it doesn't exactly mean that the information provided on those reports are real. They might be. They might not be. I mean, you could buy like 50 Moissanites and see if all the reports are the same except for the URL, right? But anyways, I just wanted to make a video on that because, it's funny when people believe the GRA is real. And I actually watched this other video where this jewelry guy was saying, hey, some client brought in what they thought was a diamond, and then they gave him this GRA report, and they're looking at it. They're like, what is this GRA association? And these guys work in the diamond industry and stuff like that. So they never heard of GRA. They heard of IGI, GIA and stuff like that. Those are all recognized associations, but they never heard about GRA. And the GRA certificate looks exactly like the GIA, which means they basically just copied it and sent it out. So anyways, I just wanted to make this video because some people are confused about the GRA, especially those that are just looking at it and they're thinking, hey, wait, I got a GRA thing. Well, the GRA certificate, the information on there might not be correct. It might be. It might not be. I mean, the thing is, it's not recognized. Now, is the moissanite real? Right, that's the most important thing because they actually they engraved like this GRA number onto the stone, right? So if they gone through the hassle of engraving, they gone through the report, and then it passes the diamond tester, it's most likely real. Now, if you still don't believe it, obviously you could fire it up. You could try to burn it to see what happens. Of course, you could always break it and smash it into little pieces, and then use the diamond tester to test the pieces, right? And it's cheap enough to do. You see, you're probably thinking, why am I smashing, what do you call it? A $500, $1,000 moissanite. Well, the thing is, if you buy it from China, right, which is where these GRA reports are coming from, if you buy the moissanite in China, some of them are like $5 on Lunar New Year. Literally, I just got one. And, it's those loose stones, right? They're like $5. And if it passes the diamond test, it's fine, right? I'm not saying that the moissanite they sell with GRA and from China is not real. I'm just saying the report, none of them, the association is not real. Now, I don't even know if I should call it fake. It might be fake. I mean, I guess if you look at it from a different point of view, right? I guess the entire association is fake because they just made it up, right? And nobody knows who is running the association, so it's probably a fake. But the moissanite, right? It could be real. If it passes the diamond tester, it is real. So as I know, there's no such thing as making a fake moissanite and then making it pass as a real one. All I gotta say is that the GRA certification is good to have there. It's a card just to make yourself feel better, right? But if you really, really wanted to prove the moissanite is real, right? You really first you get a real diamond tester that works, and then you try to smash it if you want, and then you can check out the pieces, and then if the pieces passes, then you might as well just spend another $5, right? Of course, there's always a lot of scammers on competitive sites like Alibaba, right? So usually a store has a reputation. So if you just buy a loose diamond, usually, generally speaking, if they make the other jewelries themselves, the jewelry is probably real, right? They're using the same stones. So I got off track a bit. What I really wanted to talk about as well is moissanite as an investment. Maybe I'll make another video. You see, the thing is, you know how I talk about happy investments, right? So it's always good to have these happy investments. The prices will always go up because the currency is always going down. So if you feel you need this sooner or later, even if you don't need it today, like a ring, right? I mean, the gold in the ring is going up, right? If you're going to go buy a ring today and then you buy it 10 years from now, the gold price have doubled in the past 20 years, right? At least, or if not doubled, then tripled in the past 20 years. So the price of gold, rhodium, palladium, all these metals are going up. And obviously, the moissanite is going to go up as well because the currency is going down. So I will talk more about it in another video, but I still think, hey, as an investment, it's probably good.